welcome back to Into the Pit. If you like my channel, hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews and interviews coming up. Today we're going to go to Tampa, Florida. Originally this band isn't from Tampa, Florida, but they ended up moving there, and I think the band is still now currently residing there all these decades later. But we're talking about Malevolent Creation and my favorite Malevolent Creation album of all time, Retribution, followed by the Ten Commandments. Crushing album. This album features Brett Hoffman on vocals, and this is where I need to make a statement. Brett Hoffman is probably one of the most underrated death metal vocalists of all time. He can do the gruff, deep stuff, but he also had a more thrash approach, and those really long, drawn-out screams, which he really perfected on this album. I mean, there's a song that actually bridges into the next song with a seemingly endless scream, and then going into guttural bang, next song comes, you know. So really legendary vocals. Had the pleasure of seeing them live in a small club here in Germany, and Brett on vocals, and they only played the first two albums. It was crushing. It was like really amazing. And sadly Brett passed away, and I think, you know, he never really got the credit, you know. Nobody really talks about him, and I think he was certainly the only singer for Malevolent Creation, and definitely one of my top favorite death metal vocalists. So this album was produced by Scott Burns, obviously for that time, as with so many Roadrunner releases at Morris Sound Studios. This came out in 1992, so there you have that original death metal explosion happening. To get back to the lineup, you have Brett Hoffman on vocals. That's where I paused, sorry about that. Then Phil Fasciano on guitar, who is still part of the band. Rob Barrett, who moved on to Cannibal Corpse later on. Jason Blackowitz, I'm not sure if he's currently in the lineup, but he sort of comes and goes. And then Alex Marquez on drums. I think he only played these first two albums, Ten Commandments and Retribution, and moved on to Solstice. It's possible that he's still with Solstice now, and but I remember him having another hardcore band at some point in time, so not quite sure what he's up to these days. But yeah, this is a very unspectacular booklet. Nothing too fancy. I'd love to get this on LP, but as with the Gorguts album that I reviewed a bit earlier, damn hard to get without paying a fortune. So, and once again we have the mighty Dan Seagrave doing the cover art. What I really loved about this is, if you look close, there's this labyrinth, and right in that little cave there's a sort of vaguely indicated a human form, you know. Really cool. And I love all the little details here, like steps going up and down, and so really nice artwork. Seagrave is king. Really love his work, and it was just it described the music so well. And I think same with Gorguts, same with Entombed. Seagrave really added so much value to those albums and made them the classics that they are, you know. Great stuff. So yeah, Malevolent Creation, never really, in my opinion, were they only a death metal band. They were more than that, you know. I've always thought they had a very strong thrash tinge to them, and I think that's what made them even more aggressive and really heavy, you know, and furious and fast. So it remains to be seen what the band is doing now. I think they had a South African vocalist for one album, and yes, the lineup changes have just been incredible, and not sure what the current lineup is, but remains to be seen. And it would be awesome if they managed to find someone that can vocally sort of bring the band back to the sort of Brett Hoffman style again, you know, which is what I always thought was their sort of signature sound. But you never know. Probably not that easy to achieve. There you go. Malevolent Creation with Retribution from 1992 on Roadrunner Records.